Okay, Russ and I have a story to tell you. Russ didn't know he was participating, but just jump in anytime, Russ, and add your comments. So if you go to page 322 in the big green book, you find Didymodon anserinocapitatus. So here's a picture of the page there. And when you look at the distribution in New Mexico, you see two counties. The northern county is San Miguel County, and the southern county is Otero County. And it's that record from Otero County that we wondered about. The pictures in the book are from the specimen from San Miguel County. So we are very confident we know that that's accurate. The record for Otero County, let's see, how do I get this to advance? Well, somebody help me there. Well, yeah, there we go. The records from Otero County is this record right here. Bruce Allen, number 29429 in 2010. And then it says there from on the online record that the locality is protected. However, Russ and I know exactly where that was collected because we were there with Bruce Allen at the 2010 So Be Free. And so it's in the Sacramento Mountains right here. And that little spot, it was collected from that road cut, that outcrop right along the road, along Car Gap Canyon Road. So in 2024, last year, Russ and I went out to this exact spot looking for Bruce Allen's anserinocapitatus. And you can see all up and down that outcrop, you've got a bunch of little mosses. I think most or all of them are Didymodon. Here's another look. This upper left is the actual outcrop. These other two, Russ and I went all up and down that road and collected nearly every outcrop we could find looking for anserinocapitatus. And so they're in different spots. I think we must have picked up 25 to 30 different collections. Does that sound right to you, Russ?
A piece.
Yeah, a piece. And then we took these all home and started to sort through them. In the field, we didn't see anything that had the goose head at the end of the leaf. So that little expanded portion that was the propagule. But what we did find, I think without exception, was this. So nearly every specimen that we looked at had the broken off leaf tips. Those are the little circles. And all of the leaf tips that we found just were elongate, exerted costa out into the gradually narrowing tip. And now those are the arrows. So we looked, and that's about all we saw. What we did not find is anserinocapitatus, which is on the right there. So we didn't find that. But that didn't answer the question about Bruce Allen's specimen. So finally, I got around to ordering his specimen, requesting a loan from Missouri Botanic Garden. And so they also sent the anserinocapitatus from San Miguel County. They had, our picture is from the duplicate in Colorado Herbarium, and this is from the duplicate at Missouri Botanic Garden. So I just took shoots, and the two on the left are from Allen 29429. And the shoot on the right is from the verified specimen. And here's a picture. They don't look very similar when you first look at them that way. The leaves of the goosehead leaves seem to be broader. If you look at the shoots, Allen's specimen, you don't see quite as much difference there. They all have these typical Didymodon leaves, and you can see some of them here broken off. Most of them were like this on this particular shoot. On the right, the little arrow points to one of those little goosehead tips. And so we still were not finding that. So our initial thought was that this is just a Didymodon of some sort. Here's a close-up of Bruce's specimen, a typical leaf that has fallen off. And then without too much trouble, I could find leaves where it was in the process of falling off. This answered the question. Someone might think, oh, well, all the goose heads have dropped off. No, they fall off just like that. They're just the regular tips, and then they break at some sort of abscission zone. Well, I wonder how else can you tell these things apart? Here are kind of the summary of all the leaf tips in Bruce's specimens, and our specimen corresponded to all of those, and then the verified goose head. It's so satisfying to say goose head. Well, if you go to the write-up, we find out in Didymodon rigidulus or rigidulus, however you want to say it, the guide cells in the costa are in a single layer. And in anserinocapitatus, the guide cells are in 2 layers. I should have contacted Stacy, but I made some quick and dirty cross-sections myself, and I didn't bother cleaning much up. But these are from Bruce's collection, and you can see, especially as you focus up and down, so that's harder to capture, but the single layer of guide cells, single layer of guide cells, single layer of guide cells here going across. So everyone that I looked at, I could only find that single layer. I just wasn't finding anything that suggested otherwise. So my and Russ, I think, agrees with me. Tentative conclusion is that Bruce's specimen that we thought was anserinocapitatus, according to his initial identification, to me likely ties into Didymodon rigidulus variety Ichmodophyllus. And that has a long excurrent costa. We noticed on some of those earlier ones, I don't know if you can see it, sometimes you get some little waviness in it. These don't show it too well, but a little bit of what someone, you might maybe say is a little bit flexuous, but often fragile, and they just drop off. So our conclusion for the Big Green Book is a new map with only San Miguel County for Didymodon anserinocapitatus. That's it.